What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 5. So let's get to it, shall we? Where were we last week? At Prima Donna's party when they brought the pig out, and she was quite disgusted with this, but she had to play it off real quickly. You know what? That bitch probably used Prima Donna seasoning and cooked it on Sunday. You know, where do I send my thank you? Okay, everybody thank Jocelyn for sending this pig. Prima Donna is pissed, though, and she tells us that, you know what, this bitch, she went on and bragged how she didn't need Love and Hip Hop, but where is she right now? Right back on the show. She probably begged Mona to get back on here because the bitch is broke. I think she called her a cokehead, broke-ass bitch. I was like, ooh, such vile language. Okay, so she's mad. Who gonna send a big-ass truck and put a pig in the back of it? Bitch, you should have saved this money for rent. You know you need it. Don't come for me, bitch, because when you come for me, I'm gonna come back for you. Laura, you already know I'm coming for that bitch, so next time she's on the calendar, you better let me know. Now, Laura obviously is a production, somebody in the production, and I'm like, this is real strange for them. I just cannot get used to them talking to the production staff so much anymore. I mean, obviously it's a thing now. It's not on accident, something that they felt like they just needed to include. It happens all the time now. Don't it feel strange to you guys, or is that just me? And then Prima Donna stepped out the box and said that Jocelyn is on the show because of her. This is when you keeping yourself a little bit too pumped up, okay? The head done got a little too big. Because I can promise you, now I don't have no problem with Prima Donna, but I can promise you, when I found out that Jocelyn was coming on this show, I was happy. Nobody said, oh my God, Prima Donna is going to be on Miami. If I was really to think about it, I believe you are on the show because of Jocelyn. But hey, people are allowed to think what they want to think. So we see her in the studio later on. I forgot last week that she's also a rapper, you guys. I ain't got time to be remembering these songs today, you guys, so I'm sorry. There will be no repeatings of these songs today. He's there at the studio listening to her. So when she came out, he was just like, well, what inspired the verses that you had in the song? And she was like, it's just something so that, to let these bitches know not to try her. Well, I was thinking about the problem that you and Jocelyn had. Like, I didn't even really know y'all had a problem. So why you didn't know, Trick? She told you when she sat down with you and Trina and her husband. You don't remember that conversation? Probably not. But he was just like, well, what's really the problem? She said, you know what? Josh got a whole bunch of problems. See, she was down there in Atlanta, so I left her ass out there in Atlanta, and then she followed me down here to Miami. And now she just wants everything that I have. Like, I am a wife. I'm a real rapper. I have businesses. Okay, that's just a broke ass, cokehead ass bitch over there, and all of this and all of that. It seems so way more personal, I don't even really remember why her and Jocelyn even had a problem. I mean, there were problems that the other girls was having, and I just always felt like Prima Donna just jumped in and really didn't have nothing to do with nothing. I mean, that is a classic. If that ain't a classic move, I'm going to try to jump on your storyline, then I know something. But she swear that Jocelyn is trying to be on the show just so that she can have a storyline. You a struggling ass bitch, you broke, you poor. But if you gonna come for me, of course I'm gonna react. I said react. R-E-A-C-K. React. Child, that Prima Donna was a whole lot. I was just like, Jocelyn don't even be that mad, girl. You was real fuming, ain't you? Now later on, we see Miami Tip and Prima Donna. Looks like they've done some shit and dragged Dawn out of the fucking woodwork. When's the last time we saw Dawn? Y'all remember Dawn from Atlanta with the flat screen TV tattooed on her titty? I was like, girl, what you got this black box on your damn chest for? She has her down there. And I was like, well, with friends like these, who needs enemies? Okay. But I mean, I guess Don tells them that, Jocelyn, she's the Puerto Rican, peasant. She don't call her Brocaline or whatever the fuck they call her. They were like, well, why you call her that? Oh, well, it seems that Jocelyn was supposed to be coming to Miami to do a verse on a song or something, and she didn't have nowhere to stay, so Dawn told her she could stay with her. And next thing she knows, she was getting a phone call from the police because her computer was gone, her jewelry was gone, her purses was gone. Okay, I guess she's saying that Jocelyn stole her shit. Okay, and even though Bonnie Bella is my goddaughter, you know, I'm always gonna be there for her. I'm always gonna love her. But, you know, as far as it comes to her mama, like, you know what, they ain't never gonna have to have no words. I was just like, why do I feel like we missing parts of these stories here? Every time she said that the girl took something, you know, Prima Donna was like, coking. Okay, still calling her a cokehead. Now, I do believe that there was at one time that Jocelyn was hitting them drugs hard. I really don't feel like she's on the drugs like that anymore. She just does not seem, I don't see that happening. If it is happening, she definitely keeps it off of social media. Okay, so it's like everybody is still trying to keep her, like she says, they're trying to continue to look at her as like this horrible person when she has grown. She's not on that no more. Okay, not to that extent. She might be on some of that shit, but not to that extent. So they say that she's a destructive ass person. She's just a horrible, you know, spirit. She just never gonna be right. Miami Tip says she's been like that ever since they was like 13. I said, girl, you've been knowing her since she was 13? Why we ain't never heard that before? You've been knowing her since she was 13. Okay. Joy goes to see Trina, and Trina's telling her how this tour has been stressful, but, you know, she really wants to be focused on this because with all the other shit that's going on, you know, she just needs this to go well for her. Bobby joins them, her cousin, you know, that's Trina's cousin, and as soon as he walks up, she was just like, what the fuck is that on your neck? Okay, he have on this turtleneck, but he was just like, she was like, are those hickeys? Like, are you 12 fucking years old? Are you really walking around? His whole fucking neck was all bruised up and shit. But anyway, Joy get to telling them how she felt kind of bad about what happened with Nikki Natural because she kind of put her in a situation where her and Trick broke up. She thought that Nikki Natural had sex with Briscoe and she didn't, and she had told Trick that and they broke up, so now she's just feeling bad. Okay, so she actually talked to Nikki and Nikki told her, you know, the best way that, you know, she can make up for this mess that she's made in her life is to get her on this tour with Trina. And Trina was like, absolutely not. That bitch ain't coming on this tour with me. Not with all that shit she did. And Joy was like, wait a minute. You know, she did apologize. And I honestly did have it wrong. So I was really the one that messed up there. And Trina was like, no. And Bobby was like, no, go on and let her go. Because with all of that talent that you got on that tour, you know, she not even going to be able to hold a candle to them girls. I said, what tour? Ain't nobody going to get to no tour with all of them girls together. Why does Trina think that this is going to work anyway? Well, Trina says, well, listen, I'm going to give her one more chance. That is it. She blows this shit and she is done. Okay. Well, good. Now, Joy, because she's so serious about, you know, setting up Trick, she feels bad that she broke him and Nikki up. Then, of course, he started to get googly eyes for her. And she just kind of feels like it's because it ain't no, you know, ain't no real woman in his life. She gonna set him up with this girl named Carolyn. Carolyn looked like she hold Bible study at the church. She goes to church with Joy, as a matter of fact. Yeah, Carolyn is a grown woman. She's mature. She can take care of Trick. I was just like, girl, now what made you think that this is what Trick like? Child, that Trick come in there. And he was like, who is you? Talking to Carolyn. Joy was like, don't talk to her like that. That's my friend. And he was like, that ain't your friend. She was like, quit acting like you know everybody I know. This scene actually was quite uncomfortable to watch because it was so full of shit. You know, it was just like, that there's no way that Trick is gonna be with a girl. You know, you could just tell that that's not what he like. Okay? So Joy was like, I'm gonna go get some food or whatever and I'll be right back. And that's when Trick and Carolyn get to talking. She was just like, you just judging me just from seeing me. You don't even know me. She was like, I know you though. I know your fried chicken is the bomb. Okay, them greens need some seasoning. Well, if I know one thing about people who cook is you cannot talk about their food. All right. And of course, Trick Daddy is offended by that. What you mean my greens need some seasoning? She was just like, I can cook them. You know, I can make the seasoning. Oh, Lord. Can we get through this fucking scene, Mona? Don't nobody feel like this bullshit. By the time Joy gets over there, she's like, wait a minute, what's going on? What's going on? Carolyn say this not gonna work. Trick Daddy say he too old for this matching up shit. Besides, there is only one Joy. I said, Trick, I don't think you're going to get Joy back. But, of course, now Carolyn is supposed to act like she's so mad. And, girl, I don't know how you put up with him and all of this. Girl, Carolyn, now you know you ain't wanted to be with Trick anyway. All right, you guys. So we see Amara La Negra. She's at home with her mom. And Amara La Negra is unhappy. And her mom asked her, what's the matter?
Mija, I've been down in the dump, so I wanted to go to my attorney and find out, okay, so if I leave Julian, what exactly is he going to take? What is he going to ask for? Is it going to be a long process? Is this basically going to be like a divorce?
So the lawyer told her that Julian wants to keep her masters and all of that. And the mama was like, well, why don't you sit down and talk to Julian about this? Why are you even talking to the lawyers?
I don't know, Mom. Maybe the attorney should handle it.
She said, no, maybe the attorney shouldn't handle it. Maybe you should talk to him because you've been working with him all this time. Mama's patience is about this short because she is sick of MJ being in this damn house. She was like, you got this nigga up in here 5, 6, 7 months. All of a sudden, he want to tell you what to do about your business, your career. I don't give a fuck if you fuck him. But you don't need him to be telling you what to do in your career. He don't know that. He hasn't even earned that place. I said, that's right, Mama. You got some sense for sure. Help your damn daughter.
I already tell him that he's not my manager.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you made that clear. But you need to sit and talk to Julian. And without that damn MJ. But she does go and sit and talk with Julian. And you guys, it is quite dramatic. Not quite novella level, but on its way. She goes there with MJ. I said, you just gonna keep on bringing him around, huh?
I'm nervous. I don't like confrontation.
Julian comes in there. He's trying to make it comfortable for everybody. Hey, y'all, what's up? Okay, let me sit on down here. How y'all feeling? What you doing? What's up?
Well, this is awkward.
And he says it don't have to be awkward. Like, what exactly is the problem?
My attorney told me that you want to keep the rights.
He said, look, Amara La Negra, we shouldn't even have all these people in it, okay? Before the attorneys, before the accountant, before him, okay? It was just you and me, all right? Why all of a sudden you got to be going and talking to attorneys when I've been here all this time? You could come talk to me. I told you all the time, it's an open door policy. If you want to go, then you are free to go.
No, Julian, don't say that the door is open and I can walk through it free and clear like it's all gravy. You want to keep all the rights. You want to keep the masters. You want to keep the publishing, the this, the that. So how am I supposed to feel? He was like, well, how are you supposed to feel? Fuck, how am I supposed to feel when you feel like you got to go to the attorneys before you come to me? I'm your partner. I've been working with you all this time. I keep on telling you that if you ever have a problem and you want to go, you are free to leave immediately. Now, MJ over there, he just so frustrated. With an L, frustrated, you guys. That's when niggas is frustrated. It's a whole different level of frustration. You need to talk. I'm trying to give you some space to talk. Oh, because I'm sure you have a lot to say, don't you, MJ? Julian was just like, you shouldn't even be saying anything. MJ says, well, he bring up that whole shit about him sleeping in the bed, trying to get in the bed with Amara La Negra out in Los Angeles. Of course, Amara La Negra is over there. I tell you not to ever bring this up with Julian ever. MJ was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I feel like talking about it, then I'm going to talk about it, all right? Put yourself in my shoes, Julian. You would feel the exact same way if something happened to your girl like this. And Julian was like, if she was my girl and she told me not to say something, then I wouldn't fucking say anything. So they going back and forth, and she was just like, I am tired of men trying to talk about me like I'm not even here. I want to take control of my career and my life. Julian was like, listen, Amara La Negra, you know me. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do for you. And she was just like, honestly, Julia, like, you are not the same person that you used to be. Like, I remember when you used to come over to my apartment with your laptop and we would sit down on the computer and we would thug it out. Now we don't do that. So from this day forward, just because I love you and I want to keep some kind of friendship, I don't want you to be my manager no more. You want all these people up in here talking for you and thinking that they gonna do something better for you. You letting all these people be up in your ear with the yum, 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 yum. This is what you want. Fine. That's fine. Julian says, I'm gonna make it easy for you and I'm going to leave. And he leaves. Okay. And of course she starts crying and MJ was like, come on, baby, let's go home. And she was like, I don't want to go home. This was so difficult. No, come on, baby, we're going to go home and get us some sleep. Do you think that I can sleep with all of this? He said, oh, we ain't got to go to sleep, but, let's just leave from here. I was just like, oh, he's so annoying. He is so annoying. But so is Amara La Negra. And so is Julian. Actually, all of them are. Now we see Hood Brat. She's got a boyfriend, Kenny. She says her and Kenny have been together for a long time, and Kenny knows her ins and outs. He's always been around, and she likes to talk to him because he keeps her level. And, we get another full conversation about Hood Brat feeling responsible for her family. And, her niece and her nephew, King and Queen, went to go live with her sister. And that's over in the project, so that ain't really a come up for the kids, but she's not in a position to do for them right now, but that's why she goes so hard. That's why she grind, y'all. That's why she worked. He was just like, you need to quit putting all that pressure on you. Okay, you can only do what you can do. And she said, yeah, I know, but I'm still gonna do more. All right, that's why this tour that's coming up, it got to be right. Now she going to this boot camp. And he was like, boot camp? What's going to happen at this boot camp? I was like, why is it so hard for people to understand what's at the boot camp? Like, why y'all can't get this? She don't really know what's at the boot camp, but she knows she going to go and, and she going to handle that shit because, like I said, she has got to do well so that she can help her sister, so that she can take the kids more, or maybe even more permanently. She just wants to be there for her family. So I was just like, okay. We done heard this story, child. We done heard it. Suki, listen to this. Suki is shooting a video. And the name of the song is All in Your Throat. And I'm sure you can just about imagine what the words to that song is. I said, this bitch is nasty as fuck. I did not learn the song because I told you guys I don't have that kind of time. However, I did write down one line, which was, bitch, stop telling those lies and eat this pussy with a Popeyes. I did not take the time to learn the song because I told you guys I don't have that kind of time. However, I did write down the most memorable line, and I will tell you guys that right now. Bitch, stop telling those lies and eat this pussy with the Popeyes. I really thought, I was like, pussy and Popeyes. Now, I don't eat pussy. I don't. But I'm trying to think, like, pussy and Popeyes. Yeah, I don't think I want no pussy with my 2-piece dark spicy. Bitch, what the fuck is we listening to down there in Miami? After she get a break from her All in Your Throat, her friend, her girl Chameleon, walks up. And she was just like, don't sleep on my girl Chameleon. She got real hits out there, real hits. Okay, fine. Chameleon seems to be ready for this tour they are going on with Trina. What's gonna happen at this boot camp? Girl, I don't know. I hope I ain't gonna be sweating. Okay. Oh yeah, she not sweating out her $5,000 lace front. I said, oh, $5,000. That's 4 episodes y'all record. You get paid $5,000. Although Suki is actually a main character. I saw her on the opening credits. I was shocked as hell. I was like, well, Mona, this is interesting. So while they talking, up walks Hood Brat. And Hood Brat actually has on normal clothes. She don't have on her vinyl outfit or nothing. And Hood Brat tells them how she got some drama with Nikki Natural because Nikki Natural, I guess, been trying to bully her on social media because she said that fight that happened at the last event with Hood Brat and Suki was all Hood Brat. I mean, not Hood Brat. Suki and Nikki was all Hood Brat's fault. And Hood Brat was like, that shit wasn't her fault. Okay, then she gonna be on social media. She trolling. She trying to make me look bad. You know, she trying to bully me. She said, so now I'm gonna have to show the bitch what a bully is. Okay, and they done found out that she gonna be at this boot camp. So Suki says that she gonna press this bitch and find out why she took her phone. Because she saw it on the security cam. So she knows for a fact that Nikki Natural stole that shit. She saw it on Briscoe's security cam. All right, you guys. So Trina's boot camp. She says that she needs them to be extremely disciplined because being on tour is hard work. You got to get up early. You got to do rehearsals. You got to be on the point for the shows. Okay. So she going to get these girls ready, whip them into shape. Okay. She going to do etiquette lessons. She going to teach them what they should be wearing. She's going to talk to them about PR. She's going to talk to them about, you know, being up on stage. I mean, she's going to give them run them the whole gamut of how to get through this tour. Joy is there with her. She's going to help her with the girls. And shortly after Joy gets there, then Nikki Natural comes up. Now she's real humble and she apologizes to Trina. I'm sorry for the way that I acted. You know, thank you so much for this opportunity. You know, I won't let you down, yada, yada, yada. Trina's like, oh, okay, well, girl, you know, you just come and just, you know, show me what you can do. All right. So we all good until Nikki Natural notices the little name plates, I guess, of who's all going to be there. And she's just like, who's this? Oh, her, she's coming. Oh, she's coming. Joy was like, okay, Nikki, now we got you here. Don't start. Nikki was like, I ain't starting nothing. I'm just saying. I mean, it's fine because I'm better than all of them anyway. I mean, that's just what it's going to be. All right, keep the arrogance to a tolerable level. That's all we trying to say. So good. Now, Trina and Joy, they got to go in the house for a minute. Mona said, come on in here and give these bitches time to get into a fight. So they leave out, and shortly after they leave, you know, and Nikki is there, then here comes Suki Hani. She come walking in. She come and she sit down right in front of her. She said, now, bitch, did you steal my phone? She leans down to her shoes like she about to take them off. And Nikki Natural was like, well, wait a minute. We taking off shoes? Yes, bitch, I'm taking off my shoes because on my ankle, y'all sprained my ankle. My feet hurt. Do you have kids? I said, what? Child, I was so confused on this argument. Do she have kids? What that got to do with? Do you have kids? Then the next thing we know, we see Nikki Natural say, bitch, this is going to be painful for you. And I was like, what are we talking about? Okay. Next thing you know, it looked like they're going to fight. They both jump up. Both got, they dukes. Like, we about to get them up and everything. And look, you can tell I can fight. I can't fight because I don't even know how to hold my hands. Like, bitch, how you be ready to fight somebody like, oh, like this? You be like, I'm going to get you. I don't be wanting no smoke, y'all. I don't be wanting no smoke. So anyway, they jump up. Ain't a security guard the first. No crazy 88 comes in there because we want to see what these bitches gonna do. All right. So then next thing you know, here she go breaking the fourth wall again. I'm trying to talk to her and she ain't trying to talk. I'm trying not to talk. I'm trying not to fight her. I don't want to fight her. I just want to talk and she's not talking to me. I don't want to put my hands on her. I'm just trying to talk to her. Nikki Natural was like, you ain't got no reason to put no hands on me, girl. While they are going through all of this commotion, then in walks Hood Brat. Okay, and Hood Brat brings her big tall ass and gets right in the middle of the two girls. Next thing you know, we're off to the races. Everybody is fighting. Then finally the crazy 88s come rushing in there. And we all tussling and everything. Look like Suki Hani done got a hold of Nikki Natural's purse or her shoe or something. I'm not quite sure what. And she go and throw it in the pool. I'm trying to talk to this bitch. That bitch stole my phone. This bitch stole my phone. Trina and Joy come back out. Mona was like, okay. Go do what you do. And they was like, what's going on here? And Suki was like, she stole my phone. She stole my phone. I know they was just like, when did she steal the phone? I got kids. You don't steal nobody's phone when you got kids. I mean, I guess you can bring that conclusion up, but okay. While all of this is going on, then Chameleon comes in. What the fuck is going on? She tickled about the whole thing. Like, oh, look at these bitches in here fighting. Trina said, I was gone for 5 minutes. Okay, and came back in here and all this shit was going on. Suki get to throwing shit. Bitch, you ugly ass bitch, yo pussy ass hoe, you ugly bitch. She's throwing stuff at Nikki Natural. The crazy 88s is taking Nikki Natural out. She's laughing. Chameleon is laughing.
Trina is so disgusted. She was just like, you know what? This shit is over. I ain't doing no tour. I'm not doing no boot camp. I'm not doing none of it. And then all of a sudden everybody was looking like, why? Why not? What we do? All right, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here and run and get me something to eat and take it on back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.